What is going on, everybody? Hope you guys are all doing well. We are back here at Winchester. This is just a default track on the game, so you don't have to do anything to download. I'm not going to have a download link, obviously. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to do this video to kind of give you guys a tip, a pretty big tip that I've kind of learned recently, especially for me, that I think's helped get me quicker at the game and faster. So yeah, let's do a little bit of riding. Put in some laps real quick, but so yeah, I can already see some people that are gonna kind of find this not as helpful, but I think this will help a lot of people as well. It just kind of depends on where you are in the game and like your skill level and all that. But kind of what I've heard from a lot of the faster riders, once you get to that point, is just carrying your speed through the corners. And kind of what I'm discovering is the best way to do that is obviously going quickly into the corners, like coming in carrying a lot of speed. But also the biggest thing I think is trying to get over the habit of braking way too much. Because I notice myself, I think I can't hit a corner as fast as I really can, and I end up kind of hesitating and then hitting the brakes just to slow down because I think that I'm gonna like overshoot the corner or whatever. And that's kind of, it honestly creates a lot more problems than it does actually helping, and then ultimately it just slows you down. So I think the biggest thing is just trying to get over that like mental barrier of thinking you have to slow down. I mean, it's at a certain point you do need it, obviously. But I guess what I'd suggest is trying to go into corners with just using minimal brake as possible, or just none at all, and just kind of see where you land. Like if you notice, hey, I can actually hit this corner and I got through it just fine without braking, where I was braking a lot before, then you kind of just, yeah, you open up those possibilities of going a lot quicker right there. And that's kind of what I've been doing with myself. I'll kind of go into a corner, and right where I think I usually should brake, I'll just not brake or delay it and wait a little bit longer, and then hit the brakes, or just not even hit the brakes at all and kind of see if I can still just go through that corner without using any brakes. And I've noticed that helps with just going through the corner a lot smoother and carrying a lot more speed. I mean, obviously, if you're not going into a corner very fast and using a bunch of brakes, then you're just, yeah, I mean, at a certain point, you'll reach that level where you really do need to use the brakes if you're going into certain corners just way too quickly, but you'll kind of learn eventually where that is. But I think that's the biggest thing, especially for me, that I'm finding out right now, is what's helping me get quicker through a lot of corners and on a lot of tracks. So this may help some people. I know some people already know this, and some people are already just fast enough and they already kind of know what they're doing. So, but for a lot of new people starting out, I think this will help a lot. Obviously, putting a lot of hours and practice into the game is what ultimately is going to make you better. But also it comes down to technique. And there's a lot of other little things that go into it, not just obviously the braking aspect, but just leaning. Yeah, there's, I don't know, I could name off a bunch of different things, but I'm going to save that for probably a different time. But yeah, currently with my riding and stuff, this is one of the biggest things that's been helping me. This is like a great track for that example, because I would always, most of these corners, I would come into it and start hitting the brake like way too early, and then I noticed I just killed so much speed. And then also, once you hit the brake, it kind of messes up how you're cornering, like how your rider is actually hitting that corner. And then also, you're slowing down and then you slam on the gas, and then your tire just spins out and you lose a bunch of traction. So whenever you actually carry that speed, you're already kind of going quicker, And so your tire's going to have more traction as well whenever you're getting on the gas again, too. So just those little things, it's a bunch of subtle stuff, and whatever, it might save half a second every lap or whatever it is, but every little increase matters, especially once you reach a certain level. But yeah, hopefully this little tip has helped. Try to do my best job in explaining it. I was kind of all over the place, but hopefully you guys can understand just the basics. I guess I'd just suggest to try and use less brake as much as you can, and just get better with practice over time. But yeah, I hope this has helped y'all, and yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video. Take care, everybody.